Hey Adrian, how's it going? Carlos here with 0 to 100 Marketing. Just shooting that video that we discussed on the phone. You might be wondering why I'm even making the video to begin with, and it's pretty simple. I've noticed that, 9 times out of 10 business owners are way too busy running operations and just running their business in general to learn how to get the internet to get them leads and clients and sales. Um, my response to that is I've just started making these quick 5 minute videos on stuff that you guys can do and just basically educating y'all on what you can do to boost your online presence. A lot of people take that info, they run with it, and they implement all that stuff themselves. They don't hire me, and I'm perfectly fine with that. At least I helped somebody out. Other times people are like, "Oh, Carlos, you seem knowledgeable. I like you. Um, can you help me out with this?" And of course, I'm always ready to help people out with their websites. Now, let's get into it, right? So I'm going to talk about three things. I'm going to talk about content and keywords, which is like two things that I lump together, backlinks and citations, right? First of all, really good job with the site. This video is really cool. Everything's pretty easy to see what you guys do, lots of pictures, and it just overall looks great. Um, but what's a great site if it's not on the first page of Google, right? So let's get into what Google likes to see. Google likes to see content. So all those words, all that stuff that's on that page is what Google likes to see. The typically website on the first page of Google has between 1,500 and 2,000 words on that home page. You guys are working with 479, so that's a pretty good start. But you definitely want to pump it up to that 1,500 to 2,000 word mark, just because Google really likes to see that number for whatever reason. It's their sweet spot. But it's not only for that reason. Having a higher word count gives us room to do what I think is one of the most important things, which is insert buyer intent keywords into that content, right? So what's a buyer intent keyword? A keyword is just what you type into Google. So like right here, I got tree service, Marietta, Georgia. And a buyer intent keyword is what Google recognizes as what somebody types into Google when they're ready to make a purchase, right? So obviously those are the type of keywords that we're going to want to go after. Um, the weird thing about keywords is that they're very frivolous. So I have this tool called SEMrush, and you can see that that keyword, tree service Marietta, Georgia, has about 50 monthly search volume, which isn't bad at all. I mean, that's 50 potential clients that are seeing you if you're on the first page for that keyword. But here's where it gets interesting. If you just switch it up a little bit, so instead of doing tree service Marietta, if you just did tree service Marietta, Georgia, that has a monthly search volume of 590 people. If you just add an S to service and do tree services Marietta, Georgia, that's 260 people. And we can target these individually. Marietta tree service has 110. So what are we at? Something like almost 900 different people every month searching for these three different keywords. And the list goes on and on. So that's what I wanted to mention about keywords. You want to go after really good buyer intent keywords with high enough search volume. That's really going to make a big difference for you guys. The next thing I want to talk about is backlinks. So what a backlink is when a website has a link to your site on theirs. For example, like if I have a blog about the dangers of trees falling down, and I have a link to your website on that blog saying that you guys can help with that problem, that is basically like a vote of confidence from my website saying that your website has good content, right? And Google likes to see that. One thing to remember about backlinks is that not all backlinks are created equal. Um, the a link from, like, for example, Pizza Hut wouldn't really matter in Google's eyes because it's just not on topic, has nothing to do with one another. Y'all don't do pizza, they don't do trees. So Google's not really going to care about that at all. So it's important to get good, authoritative, on topic backlinks. Well, if we go over here to a different tool I have called Moz, you guys have 112 backlinks from 39 different websites, which is a really, really solid start. Um, if we go over to the Google search and we check out the top person on the organic results, so like not ads, right? Because you can get onto the top of Google just by paying for it right there, but nobody really looks at those ads. Not that they're useless, but they're not as helpful as being in the organic search. So the first people that come up for that keyword here is Todd's Marietta Tree Services. And their website doesn't really look that cool. It's not as good as yours, but they're ranking at the top, right? So why is that? let's go ahead and take a look at their word count. Just from the looks of it here, I don't think they quite hit the mark, but might have some more than you. Yeah, so 966 words. They're almost there, 2/3 of the way there. So just by you getting that word count to 1,500, between 1,500 and 2,000, you're going to beat them out there. And if you get the right buyer intent keywords to rank for, that's going to be awesome. And then let's go ahead and grab their URL and type that into Moz. And yeah, they're working with 4,400 links from 388 different websites. I know you're looking at this 4.4K and you're like, wow, that's so many. How could we ever compete with that? And yeah, it's a lot, but it's really not that intimidating. It is important, but it's not as important as this right here, the linking domains. So the way I would go about beating these guys in this category is I would just go over here to their linking domains and check out which sites they're getting backlinks from. Just go by one throughout this whole list of, like, what was it, 388, and just try to get as many backlinks from as many of these people as you can. I would probably do that for the top 3 competitors and just try to blow them out of the water. You don't want to have only the same ones as your competitors, though. You do want to get some original ones, so that's going to take some research of its own. But it's not crazy hard to do if you know what you're looking for. So that's backlinks. Basically, just copycat them and then try to get some original ones of your own as well. And then the last thing I wanted to talk to you about is citations, right? So a citation is basically when a company's name, address, and phone number, exactly how it appears on Google, pops up on directories throughout the web. And what a directory is just stuff like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Angie's List, stuff like that, where you can just list your website's name, address, and phone number, or list your company's name, address, and phone number. And the more directories you're listed in throughout the web, the higher your ranking is going to be right here on this map pack. So you definitely want to be one of the top 3 on this map pack. I mean, Todd's Marietta Tree Services is killing it because they're number 1 on the organic search and they're number 2 on the map pack. So I'm sure they're doing incredible amounts of business. But I've just outlined for you how it is that you guys can beat them and get all the business that they're getting. So just to basically summarize, you guys want to get that word count on your website up to 1,500, between 1,500 and 2,000 words, and insert buyer intent keywords into that content. You guys want to get your backlinks up by going through this whole list and just trying to get as many backlinks as you can from your competitors and get some original ones as well. And you want to get as many citations as possible so you can show up here at the top section of that map pack. Once you do that, you will be killing it, and I guarantee that your sales go through the roof. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to watch this video and hear me out. Please give me some feedback on the video once you watched it. You can always reach me at 562-999-7844, or you can email me at carlos@0-100marketing.com. It's spelled like this. And here's my site. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I hope to hear from you soon.